I'm afraid. Why you beside watching me?
Yo, peace. So this video was a request. I've had a few people hitting me up, just kind of curious about the signal flow, about the workflow, how everything kind of fits in. And I know most people see my setup and they automatically assume everything is daisy chained. That's not the case. But before I get into my drum machines, I want to start with the rack system. Just got this Tascam CD RW750. It's from the 90s. I just got this. I'll be using this to sample CDs and possibly print my own CDs in the future. Got to get a few things fixed on it. Really excited about the addition to my rack system with that. But let's start with the top. I got my Furman power conditioner. Basically what this is for is just I'm routing all the power to one place so I have a clean source of energy for all of my machines. Pretty much my PreSonus, my Quantum, which basically serves as, you know, my main interface for everything's running into this interface. This serves as the place where, you know, it's routed to my DAW. It's routed to Ableton, and I'm tracking out everything through my interface. Sometimes I will send audio out of my interface back into maybe my 404 or my 555. It just depends on what I have going at the time. This is my favorite right here. I'm not even gonna hold you. Warm Audio 2-bus compressor. This is literally the bread and butter to everything that takes place within my signal flow. Basically, you know, I have everything in terms of like my sequencers routed to my mixers, and then, you know, we do a mix down over here on the Tascam Model 12, and then we're gonna run everything into my compressor, you know what I'm saying, just for some glue. And then from the compressor it hits the interface, and then we might do some last minute touches in the DAW. So over here, this is basically where we just, you know, regular Tascam Model 12 type shit. You know, we doing a mix down. Typically coming out of the MPC-1, I like to mix everything fairly low, and I like to push the Tascam to the max going into my compressor. That's normally how I would do that, just in terms of sequencing and mixing. I mix everything really low. That way I can get the best possible sound and the best possible coloration from out of all my outboard gear. So this is where you know what I'm saying, this is where the real work started at. I know most people daisy chain their machines. For me personally, each machine serves a specific role in the process. So for me, the MPC kind of serves as like my main sequencer, literally for everything. Anything in terms of sequencing is going to be done on the MPC-1. My 404, I use that as a processor, meaning most times I'll use the 404 as my source for sampling. So I might sample into the 404, and I might process my sounds, drum samples or whatever. I might do all my processing here, and then I'll take it to the MPC and I'll sequence everything over here. Or sometimes I'll use the 555 as my source for sampling, and I would sample right into the MPC-1, track out, well, sequence into the MPC-1, and then mix everything on my Tascam. So yeah, 404 basically serves as just a processor, just, you know, for me to kind of sound design sounds. I do more sound design in my MPC, but I like to kind of get my samples a little dirty in the 404 before I take them over here to the 1. My 555 is more like the sauce. I make beats on it every now and then, but in terms of just how it fits into the workflow, I'll run the entire mix from out of my interface into the 555 for you know, just minor sauce, you know, a little extra saturation. I might throw vinyl sim and kind of just mess around with the flood. I don't really do too much on the 555. It's just more so just kind of finishing the joint off, you know. But that's pretty much it. In terms of just my sources, I have a cassette player. See if I can just move. Have a cassette player over there to the right, you know. I'm not really sampling a lot of cassettes right now. I got to get some more cables. But I have my cassette player and I have my turntable over here next to my Tascam where you know, I can sample records. And like I told you before, I just picked up my Tascam CDRW, and once we get that up and running, we'll be able to, you know, get some CDs going. But that's pretty much it in terms of just the rundown with my workflow. Yeah, it's just years years of, you know, just building. So yeah, I hope this video suffices. Yeah, this is my setup, this is my workflow.